Hello, everybody, and happy Thursday here in our beautiful Duke City in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And today I am so excited because we actually have with us our host, one of our hosts from the entire webinar series that we've now been bringing to you for 3 weeks. And I'm excited to introduce to the world Mr. Martin Guerrero, who is with Square. But before we get started on today's topic, I just want to say a couple of shout outs, of course, to our host and our sponsor, Square Inc. up in the Bay Area. That is now Martine and Ahmed and Aaron and the whole team. We appreciate you guys so much for everything you're doing with small business. And today we're going to tackle what that looks like, taking your small business to an online portal and what Square does to support all of that in the small business world, especially the world we're living in today. Also want to thank our partners at New Mexico Tech, which is just, our neighbors to a little bit south of us here in the Duke City in Albuquerque. And they've been instrumental in helping us connect to you guys and learn about this Zoom webinar panel and troubleshoot more than anything. And today we're actually streaming from one of our staff members here at the Chamber, Angelique, who jumped in also as well to help out. So we're pretty excited to have such an incredible team, and we want to share that with you. So the webinar series came to us because we were reaching out to you, our membership and the community during COVID, and questions started getting asked. How do I connect this? Can you help me with that? What are these resources? And before you knew it, we had a laundry list of ideas that people had that really wanted to get information to help their small businesses during this time. So we came up with the series, and we've tackled 15 topics, and you can find a copy of all of those on our website at www.ahcnm.org. You can also find those on all of our social media going back 3 weeks. And so what we're asking of you guys is in continued effort, as we will begin a new webinar series soon, and we're still looking for those topics that you are needing more information on. If you could please continue to help us fill out that survey that you can also find on the main page of our website and pin to the top of our Facebook page. It's 5 minutes, 5 questions. It's super simple, and it really helps us guide, and it helps us help you, the community, and the membership. So that's a little bit about what's happening behind the scenes. And so today we're excited because we get to close up our incredible webinar series with Square, who has been a great partner and continues to be a great partner in the community, and as well as with the membership here at the Hispano Chamber. And they come to us a couple of times a year, and they do trainings and workshops with the small businesses to teach them about their platform. So today we're actually going to talk about moving your brick and mortar store to an online platform, because right now that looks like that's the new wave of the future. And if you want to continue to build your business, let's figure out how we can help you guys find the resources and the right tools to help you transfer to an online storefront. So without further ado, Mr. Martin Guerrero, tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself, and where are you coming to us from today?
Hey, Shannon, thank you for the introduction there. I appreciate that. Very warm welcome. And yeah, you're right. We have worked with you guys in the past there physically in your space, doing some trainings and some seminars. I'm coming to you today from Phoenix, Arizona, where we're currently experiencing a bit of a heat wave. It's going to be 105 today, so a little hotter than usual, but we're all stuck inside. So if you have a pool, you're in pretty good shape.
Or air conditioning.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a must out here. Yeah. So yeah, like Shannon said, my name is Martin Guerrero. I'm with Square. I've been with Square for the past 5 years, primarily on our e-commerce team, helping our small businesses get online, and then currently working with our community affairs team, really in that same vein, reaching out to the community, small businesses, the chambers and whatnot, to offer those same services to help people get online. And you brought up a good point, Shannon. I mean, right now, having an online presence is very, very important during the whole COVID-19 situation. But going forward, it's going to be even more important because people are adapting to new habits, right? They're going to be expecting this type of service even beyond. I mean, it's not going to go back to just the regular normal. People will still be cautious and want to be careful. So, and they want to support their favorite businesses. So those who adapt, are going to be much better off.
So it's such a two-sided monster, if you will. You know, we're going through what we're going through right now with businesses either having slowed way down with business or, you know, closed. But at the same time, we have to be focused on what is that reopening plan. And so, unfortunately, some businesses were not able to adapt during the last 6 to 8 weeks in moving their businesses to an online platform. So, if you could just kind of start to share with us, what are some of the tools that Square offers? And the reason that that particular question is so important is a lot of people think of Square as the point of sale system where we swipe our card, you know, when we're out and about and we're shopping, and that's that. But you guys have so much more to offer the small business. It's actually a very all-inclusive package. And if you could start to share some of those details and break that down a little bit for us and what those tools do, I think that's a great place to start.
That's an absolutely great place to start. And you're right. I mean, that's how Square came up in the world. That's what a lot of people know us for is, you know, you go into the fairs, the markets, festivals, and you're seeing vendors there take your credit card, you know, with the piece plugged into their phone. And yeah, that's still a huge part of our business. But right now, that's pretty difficult to do. We do also offer contactless readers, so people can just tap with their card or their phone with like Apple Pay or Google Pay. So that's one option. But really, the biggest option right now is the Square online store. And so what that does, if you're a Square user now, or you want to be one here in the near future, we'll take your item library that you're selling in person, and you'll be able to take that into an online mode and be able to sell those same goods and services online, where people will, you know, make the payment right online, so there's no exchanging of cash or credit card or having to touch, you know, anything in the store. Just place the order online. And what we've seen right now is a very, very large investment in curbside pickup, right? Especially for restaurants, they're not allowed to have people inside their establishment. So but in order to stay in business, they'll offer curbside pickup, or if they have a delivery driver of their own, we also offer a way for them to take delivery orders. So no one has to come into the store. They can place their order. They can go to the store, drive up through the window, or even just, again, curbside, pull up into the parking lot, let them know they're there, and they can just, you know, hand them their order with minimal interaction. And then on the opposite side there with delivery, we have what's called contactless delivery. So you can order, you know, from your favorite restaurant, and then have some notes in there that, hey, just leave the package, you know, ring the doorbell and leave it on the doorstep or on the patio, and you know, and we'll get it. So, you know, really keeping those people safe and keeping them in business. And you're right, we do offer more than just the card reader. We offer a whole suite of services to, you know, be able to start a business, run a business, grow a business. I mean, you've got obviously payment processing behind that. You've got your online store. We have invoices as another way to take payment, right? For those people who are maybe doing services, they can send an invoice by email. I can pay that with my credit card right on my phone. We also offer Square Marketing, right? At this time, keep in contact with all your favorite customers, all your customer base, letting them know, hey, we're still okay. We're still here. We're taking orders by a curbside or delivery. So there's quite a few services that we offer just for a business to run really every aspect of their own business.
So let's talk about some of those. You brought up some really unique points, and as I'm looking down, guys, it's because I'm taking notes. We can go back, and I like to let you guys lead, but let's go back and break some of those down. So first and foremost, you have the payment processing system, which we all know, the little card reader that we swipe through and you take payments. That's the very basic of what Square does. That's their founding principle, if you will. And so I think that's probably the biggest bulk of the service. But we are also I was taking some notes, and we're also want to talk about, you have an invoice system. So maybe you're a company that offers services, not so much like a walk-in retail market purchasing type thing, but maybe you are an air conditioning service, or you are a landscape service, or, you know, whatever service you may be, a med spa, you know, we could go on and on, a nail spa. But you have to provide an invoice, or maybe you sell in bulk, and they want a net 10 or a net 30. So tell us a little bit about your invoicing, and is that part of the basic plan, or how does that work?
Yeah, so all of the features are going to be inside of your Square account. So all of those are available to be active. And you're absolutely right. The services industry is one that utilizes invoices quite a bit, right? So like in this case, like your AC goes out here, you have to have someone out here to fix that. And in order for the service tech to, remain, safe and keeping you guys secure, they can just send an invoice and you can just pay that right in your living room, right from your phone. And then maybe, they can just leave the receipt on the door and no contact is ever made there and your AC is fixed. So definitely a huge advancement for a lot of those service-based businesses. And another one that a lot of those businesses use as well is Square Appointments. So you can have an online appointment calendar where folks can book your time, right? What we're seeing is a big trend, and people stuck at home can't go to the gym, so they want to do virtual training sessions with their personal trainer. So the trainer will utilize appointments. They'll book an appointment online. They'll set up a Zoom call or even a Facebook Live I've seen, and then they can just send them an invoice for that to be paid, and they do the training virtually. So, a lot of different ways where you can still take that payment and still keep in business.
So, wow, that was something new that I did not know, but that is a great feature. So another feature that we've talked about is you have a marketing tool or a marketing platform. So tell us a little bit about what does that include and some of the styles of marketing that Square recommends.
Right, so that would be essentially email marketing. So anybody that you make contact with in your Square services, appointments, invoices, your website, in person, any customers that you have in your Square account, those are all available to you in your Square marketing system, but you can email to them, right? You can send out a monthly newsletter, or you can send out, specials. Hey, we're having a current curbside pickup special, buy one, get one free, or anything like that, really. It's a way for you to just keep in contact with your customer base, those people who have signed up to get emails from you. And another component of that is our Square loyalty system, which is a piece I didn't mention, where you can, award people points for, every time you buy 9 coffees and you get the 10th one free. So that's also something that you can utilize and that works online now as well. So those people that were coming to you, for their morning coffee every day and getting those loyalty points can order it online and get those same points. And then, you can reward them just like you did if they were in person.
So that is super exciting. So let's say that you're a small business, and let's say you're offering you're a coffee shop, or maybe you are a flower store, or we could go on and on with the types of businesses that are members of the Hispano Chamber, members of the community as well. But you could actually offer a reward service, so you don't have to do you don't have to be the brainchild behind the plan. You can just sign up for the Square platform, and that would be something that you could do. Now, these reward services are big, Martin. You go to restaurants, buy 8 meals, get one free, or buy 5 coffees, get one free, or what have you. So I think that a lot of people get excited about pulling their little card out and getting their little reward, because when my card is stamped, I know I'm going to get a free meal or a free something or other, or a $10 off coupon. And so that in itself is marketing. That in itself is just a great way to market your business.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And and the good thing about ours is it's all electronic. So it's all based off of your phone number. So once you, sign up for the loyalty program, we'll just use that same phone number. So like on your website, when you add your order in there, it'll just add it up, or in person when you go to add it, you are your loyalty member, punch in your number and it all adds it up. So if by chance you don't have that stamp card, right, which a lot of places kind of, depend on you maybe losing that, so they don't have to give you something free. This is all electronic, so it all just adds up. So you may not even know you got that reward, and you show up and it's like, oh hey, you have a free meal on us today. Did you want to use that?
Yeah, you have $10 off your purchase or something, and you're like, wow, you just made my day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can use it now, or you can save it for the next time. So you even have that choice. But you're right, it is a form of marketing.
Yeah, great form of marketing. I think that businesses that maybe don't even use all of the platform could really use that, because what a great way to drive residual traffic and continued traffic to either your website or to your brick and mortar, because you want to garner reward points. I mean, I know I have stores that I go to here because they're giving me reward points, and I'm like, I'm almost there. Let me just get one more meal so I can get my meal free, because that makes it exciting. It's a fun part of your day to get a little treat. So you guys also have an appointment scheduler, you mentioned. Tell us about that. Is it integrated into any of your other calendars? Is it standalone through Square? Tell us about that.
It can integrate into your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, and it does have an integration with Instagram as well. So if you have a business Instagram account, you can actually connect your booking button into your Instagram profile page as well. So it does have a couple integrations. And yeah, it's a calendar that you can integrate with your online store as well, right? You can put a book now button. A lot of barbershops, nail salons, hair salons, any service providers really that are selling, pockets of time, really utilize appointments specifically for that, right? Like my barbershop uses Square Appointments, so I can go online, I can see what availability it has, book it, and I get a text message, hey, your appointment's been accepted. And I even get a reminder like the day before and the day of saying, hey, your appointment's coming up. And then, he has me right in there, knows that I'm coming. He knows everybody who's coming in the day ahead of time. You can see all his favorite customers coming in. So yeah, really, really powerful tool for folks to utilize.
What a great way to keep organized. I can see how essential that would be for a business. A lot of business owners, and I am. This is by no means a bad thing, but if we want to continue to be relevant in technology, and we want to continue to be relevant in our business and keep up with the Joneses, because most industries have a lot of competition, we need to learn how to be using the technology. And we walk around with a lot of people with calendars that have their pages and they schedule, the hair salons and the nail salons, they're still writing all of that in. But what I love is that they can go schedule themselves. If you have an opening, your client is scheduling. They're not calling you, taking up your time. They're not doing all of that. So
exactly,
there's so much time that you have now to focus on the client in front of you, or expanding your business, or whatever it is that you need to do with your business. I also want to talk about your website platform, because you've come to Albuquerque. You guys come a couple times a year, and you really, really come and train and do workshops. And one of the last ones was about your website and how businesses can use your website portal to build their website. So share with us all about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've been there before, right? In your office is doing that for quite a few of your members. And it's great because it's a really easy to use platform. I mean, I understand right now it's a pretty hectic time, and there's a lot of stress and things going on, and you're trying to stay in business. And the last thing you want to think about is getting a website, but you need it because people are even asking for it. Like, hey, do you have a website where I can just pay online? I don't want to come in and hand you cash or a card. But the website lets you just take all of your inventory, all the items you would normally sell, and puts them on the website for you. And that syncs back and forth. So if you're selling physical goods like t-shirts, and you've got 10 in stock, every time someone buys one online, your stock goes down. That way you're not overselling. And if it sells out, then it shows on the website that it's sold out. Really simple, really easy to use builder. It also integrates with Instagram, which has become immensely popular platform for folks, that you can tag your products in your posts, and you can just buy right from the app. It makes it really easy for them to see that product, see the little shopping tag in the post, click on it, and just buy it right there, instead of going to your website, then having to find that same product, maybe just, not doing that, but this makes it super easy for them to buy it. It's all mobile friendly. So, we're all on our cell phones doing everything, right? We're all shopping online right now from home. Most of us from our phones, like my wife and I are doing daily now. But so yeah, it's something really easy to build, makes it mobile friendly for you. So nothing you have to worry about. It'll work and look good on just about any device.
So what I think is really exciting, and if I understand you correctly, please correct me if I am wrong. You have a version of this as part of your website platform that connects to your Instagram. So for anybody that's out there that does not do social media, and for those of us that do social media, we understand the difference between all of the different social media platforms and what they represent. And right now, Instagram is really the hot thing. And Instagram is great because it's an Insta picture is what it is. It's not a lot of word content. It's a lot of picture content, and a picture is worth 1,000 words, especially when you are in the business of service or product, because you can post a picture with some wording on it. It's a graphic, which counts as a picture, and then that gets seen by many. And think about it, if you're a business out there that either doesn't have Instagram or doesn't really have a social media platform, think about how that one quick picture, that one visual picture when you're flipping a magazine or a newspaper, or even when you're on the internet and an ad catches your catches your eye and you stare at it for, 10 seconds, but you get the gist of what they're offering versus having to read a lot of content. And so this is not a sales pitch for Instagram, but it is a way to say you really do need to consider Instagram as part of your platform. And because of that, Square has a way to integrate all of that for you so that if somebody says, ooh, I really like that eyeshadow, or I really like that, product that you're selling, and they can click on the Instagram app and purchase it immediately and never even have to visit you or your website. So it's a really unique way to move your service or your product out.
Absolutely. And again, yeah, I don't work for Instagram either, so I'm not here to sell it. But it is an immensely popular platform. I mean, it has over 1 billion users. And those folks right now, especially at home, are scrolling through their feeds and they're looking through the Explore page and they're seeing products being offered there. And if you use Instagram at all, you'll notice like most businesses are putting really, really good pictures there. No one's putting, poor pictures. They're usually using the best shots, the clearest shots to showcase their product in a really good light. And yeah, just make it easy to have that button on there to just buy it. Like, man, I really like that. That looks really sharp. Click on it, buy it, just get right into checkout mode to where they don't even think about it. It's just, yeah, I love it. I want to buy it. I'm going to get it right now. And that integrates with your inventory on Square as well. So if it's purchased through there, yeah, it's all in one place. Everything syncs together. It works in conjunction with your website.
So let's talk about that. I know you've touched on it a couple of times, a sentence here or there, but you apparently have an inventory control as part of the Square platform.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you set up your items inside of your Square library, right, all the things you want to sell, you have the option there to add your options, your variations, sizes, colors, and then you can add your inventory as well. So if you have a gift box that you're offering as part of a Mother's Day special, right? You can put in there that you've got 50 of them, and once those 50 sell, it's going to show us sold out. No one else can buy them, so you're not getting people who try to buy it or bought it, and now you don't have enough to ship them, and they're upset. So yeah, this makes it really easy. Even on the website, it'll start counting down after 5. After when there's only 5 left, hey, there's now 4 left. There's now 3 left. There's now 2 left. And then it'll show us sold out. It won't go away, but it'll still be on the website. It'll just say sold out. And usually when someone sees that and they like it, they'll find your contact information on your website. Maybe they'll reach out through Instagram or your Facebook or your Twitter and say, hey, I saw the Mother's Day box that you were offering. I really wanted it, but it shows sold out. Do you have any more? Can I get one? Right? And then that just, gives you a new customer base.
So what I think is really exciting, I'm taking so many notes because I know that 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, people are going to ask us questions about what we heard, and I love having my notes because it helps me to go back to what I need. But I also want to say something that I just thought about when we're talking about inventory control. You know when to reorder now. You know how much to reorder now. Mm-hmm. You have that ability to keep track of that. And even if it's not reorder, even if it's a service, how fast are you selling stuff? There's so many ways that this could work for all types of businesses.
For really any type of business. And so that's on the customer facing end, right? Showing you how many you have left and being able to show that it's sold out. But on the business end, you can do notifications like, let me know when this is out of stock or when it's low in stock. That way, you're not having to go in and look, oh, how many do I have left? You're getting notifications. Hey, the Mother's Day box is you only have 5 left. And it's like, oh man, this thing is selling out like crazy. And you can do reports around that as well. You can run reports on items that were sold, specific categories. So you can see, hey, these are the items that are doing really well during this time. I'm going to focus on that instead of items that maybe I have a bunch of and aren't selling well. I really want to focus on what's selling well. Same thing for like a restaurant. You can run reports on which items are being sold the most and what people are really ordering. So you can focus on that. Maybe do a special on that, or maybe you want to do some more photos for that specific item to really showcase it. So yeah, a lot of data that Square will give you on how your store is performing. That way you can make those types of decisions. Like, yeah, I need to work on ordering more inventory to make these t-shirts or this gift box, or I need to order a specific type of food products that I need to make this specific meal that people are just going crazy for, right?
Ooh.
I need more green chili.
I didn't think about inventory for restaurants. You got my brain thinking. So basically any industry.
Yes. Yeah, really any industry. It's really flexible.
So let's change topics here for a little bit, but along the same topic, but a different direction. What are you finding over the last 6 to 8 weeks when you're working with small businesses that are using the platform? What are you finding with them? You know, not so much what is the consensus, because we all know that we're all weathering this in a different way, but together. But what are some of the unique things that have come out of this? How are they changing business? Have you seen a bigger increase in using more tools on your platform versus maybe somebody was just using the payment processing or just the website? So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, these challenging times bring out a lot of opportunity for businesses to really focus on what they're doing. And, you know, I mean, generally what we've seen, and it's usually true and no matter what time, is those businesses that have an online presence are doing much better than those that aren't, right? When you just limit that ability for folks to purchase right from their device or right from their home computer and not have to walk in and you know, hand cash, maybe they're just worried about their safety and don't want to do that. It really just doesn't doesn't work all that well. So we've had a lot of folks jumping on that maybe we're just using us for in-person payments and we're forced to do an online business and to offer curbside pickup. A lot of restaurants, right? We're using the website we're using a website really just to showcase, hey, here's where we are, here's our menu, our hours, you know, our phone number, but not doing any ordering. Whereas now, you know, like you were alluding to earlier, not having to answer the phone as it's ringing all day long, right? The barber can just take his appointments online and he can worry about who's in the chair in front of him. Same thing with restaurants. Orders are coming in off the website. They're printing right into the kitchen printer and things are just working like normal, and you're able to, you know, stay in business. So curbside pickup has obviously been one of the biggest trends, right? People being, how do I get my food? I don't want to come inside. They don't want people coming inside. They're not allowed to come inside. You know, just pull up into the front parking lot. We'll come out and let us know what car you're in. We'll come out with your bag. You know, we're wearing gloves, we're wearing a mask. Here you go. Enjoy your food. And then delivery as well. Like, you know, folks are using our delivery service in lieu of, you know, other third-party platforms where they maybe be charged a little bit more for those deliveries and just managing it themselves.
So, you know, that brings up something else that, you know, and of course we're going to be biased. I'm biased because Square is one of our biggest supporters. You're biased because you work for Square, but give us your honest opinion. You know, a lot of people look at this and go, whoa, wait a minute. This is beyond my technical capabilities. I mean, we're talking, you know, appointment systems, invoicing systems, payment processing systems, marketing ideas via email, website platform, or rewards platform, inventory control. Oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. How does Square support learning the tools and implementing the tools through your customer service platform? Tell us a little bit about how you guys interact and interface with businesses that need you.
No, that's a great question. And all of our services are geared to self-onboard. None of it is, you need to call us to get this set up for you. I mean, it's sign up online, get it set up. Same thing with a website builder. Now, obviously, we get it. Like, you're running a restaurant, you're running, you know, your personal training business. You're not a web designer, you're not sure what to do there. But we get that, and that's why we designed the platform to be really user-friendly in order to do that. And we do have a lot of guides. We have resources, we have phone support, we have email support, we have live chat support as well for those folks that need it. And one thing I do want to bring up as well, we have a couple other resources that are really popular. One of my favorites is it's called sellercommunity.com. That's where you can go on and ask questions from other Square businesses, other Square sellers that have been in your shoes, that are in the same boat, and maybe ran into a problem that you're running into and trying to figure out, and they can give you that answer and how they solved it. There's also Square employees in there moderating and answering questions as well. So a really great forum for small businesses to get in and ask questions. Now we have our support center with guides as well. If you go to squareup.com right now, there's actually a banner there that has a link to our resource guide, which we've put together during this whole COVID situation. That's got, you know, just everything you need to get started there. We have a YouTube channel as well with videos showing you how to do these things. Because I know, like for me, yeah, I need to see how it's done, right? Sure, it's easy to do, but you know, I live in the platform all day long, so I can say it's easy. I get that it's not, you know, it's a new software, so you have a learning curve there. But we have a YouTube series right now We've done a few YouTube series recently with others, small businesses like in the restaurant industry, the service industry, how they're managing things currently during COVID-19. Letting other small businesses know, hey, here's how we weathered the storm. Here's how we're planning to manage things. And they can take those ideas and run with them.
So that's super exciting because that's collaboration amongst businesses, amongst industries, sharing best practices, things that are working and maybe not working. And so having a community support is really great. And so this is really exciting. I think that, for some businesses that have had to readjust during this time or maybe don't know what direction to go in, I think that being able to use Square as a platform and maybe just picking and choosing at first what works for you.
Right.
We have an internet platform, of course, doesn't have this because this is not what we do here at the chamber. But, we have a lot of different, ways for them to promote themselves in events and different things they do. And they don't always take advantage because it's overwhelming and it's so much. So we get it, guys, but take little pieces and start to build into this platform and see what it can do for you. So share with us a little bit. I'm not holding you to anything and we don't even really need to discuss pricing, but there's a pricing structure listed on your website.
Sure.
Is it all exclusive? Do you get to pick and choose and add-ons cost more? How does that work?
Absolutely. Yeah. So for a lot of our services, like the appointments, if it's just a sole proprietor, the appointments platform is free, right? And then when you take your payments, all we're doing is taking our percentage when you're swiping the credit card. Same thing with the online store right now. We have a completely free version of the online store where you can do shipping, you can do taxes, you can do curbside, you can do pickup with Instagram. Completely free. We have sole proprietors using the Square Online store, and we have businesses, national businesses with locations nationwide using the Square Online store as well. So it works for really any type of business. You can level up as you go along. A lot of the other services as well. Like you made a really great point. We have a lot of services, and all these services are things that big businesses use to be successful. But we've allowed them now for small businesses to have those same type of resources. So yeah, pick and choose. Maybe you want to just start online. And as that starts to work for you, maybe you want to then start doing marketing. If you don't have anybody to market to, not a good idea to start with marketing, right? You want to get a website up and running. You want to start getting a customer base. You can ask them on your website, hey, can I get your email to send you a newsletter once we start that up? And you can start building that base and then move into marketing. Same thing with loyalty, right? If it's a brand new business or business that you're just not sure you want to give out any product or service like that, you can always add it on later. So, and yeah, you can go to Square Up and you can go into any of the services and see what any pricing is there. But the online store right now, again, completely free. You have a live website. It's secure. It can take payments. You can do just about anything any other platforms out there can do for free.
Well, you've given us a lot to think about, Martin, a whole lot. And, there's really no way to say enough good words about having a company that really supports all of your needs, all inclusive in one space. And again, to recap, to the businesses out there that are thinking, well, wait, I don't need all that, or maybe I just need one or two things. I think it's worth the time and the time investment to go to visit them and get the information that you need about all of the different tools within their platform. Everything from payment processing to invoice processing, an appointment calendar. That to me is just icing on the cake. Marketing, preset marketing that you guys don't have to make up. You can take those examples and tweak them for yourself and for your business. A website. There's still a lot of people that don't have websites, or they're using, landing pages or what have you. So, hey, a website integration tool. Rewards. That's so great when you're wanting to give your clients and your people that come to use your services and products a reason to keep coming back and using you. So rewards points, and then inventory control is so good. So there's a lot to think about with your platform. So before we say goodbye, I have to ask you. So you said you're in Phoenix, and you said it's 135 million degrees where you're at today. Are literally the center of the sun when it comes to the heat waves here in the U.S.
It is, yeah.
But I love Phoenix because it's a dry heat, and people that know what I mean. But let me ask you, what do you do right now? You're working from home. How do you decompress? How do you unstress dealing with all day businesses all day and in your work all day. What do you do there in Phoenix to take a breather during the last 6 to 8 weeks?
Oh, that's a great question. Thanks for asking. Right now, well, up until now, when we're done with work, and I have a son, an 11-year-old son who's doing online school right now too. So we're all, we're stuck in the house. When we're done, we're like, yeah, we would just go outside. We've been going outside, and we have a couple of bikes. So once it gets, once it gets down to the reasonable level, we go out for a bike ride at night, and just, kind of cruise the streets around here. We're in a pretty rural area right now. So it's really easy for us to just get out there and ride our bikes later in the evening. Because once the sun starts to go down, it goes down pretty fast. So unfortunately, we don't have a pool. So
yeah, well, when you say rural in Phoenix, it makes me wonder, because for those of you that have never been to Phoenix, it takes an hour to drive from one end of the city to another, and that's without traffic. So you must be out there for sure.
We are, yeah. We're out on the edges, yeah.
Big city. But we drive through, headed to California a couple of times a year. So we love Phoenix for sure, and have friends and family there. So Phoenix is a great partner, and we actually do a little bit of partnership, but we are close to the Arizona Hispanic Chamber in Phoenix as well. So we love working with them. So I have to say, Martina, I'm super excited that we were able to close up our series with Square over the past 3 weeks with such great information. And we look forward to the time that you guys will be back to Albuquerque and sharing with these businesses, because we're excited to pack the room and, social distancing rules apply, of course, but pack the room, because we just think it's so important that people are now reaching out. I need to get a website. I need to do this. I need to do that. Things that they hadn't thought about before COVID. And so I think that you guys have everything in one pretty little package with a bow on it. So I'm hoping that people will pull that bow apart and start working to build their business with Square. I think it's a great partnership.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've really enjoyed the partnership with you guys. Can't wait to get back out there, have some green chili again, the best in the world.
Are you a red or green when you come to Albuquerque?
Green.
Okay. I'm a red during Christmas time because Grandma makes the best red chili, but I'm green the other times of the year. So
yeah, I love both, but anytime I can get it, I'll take green.
Absolutely. Or a little Christmas, depends how you want to do it. A little bit of both.
Yeah, there's that as well.
So we're so thankful to you, Martine, for taking the time today and sharing with us all about Square. And again, not enough can be said. We want to do a huge shout out and a huge virtual hug to the team up in the Bay Area. We've been so lucky to work with Aaron the last couple of years, and more recently with Ahmed. And it's really wonderful to shout ideas and collaborate and say, yeah, we can do this or we can do that. Oh, that's a great idea. Square wants to partner. And we just appreciate your support of not just local small businesses, in our case, Hispanic small businesses, and the reach out that we try to do within our community for all businesses here. And Square is such a huge part of that, and we cannot thank you guys enough. I also want to say thank you to our partners at New Mexico Tech, because again, if you guys can only see the first 30 minutes of every webinar, we've had very few that have gone off without a hitch, but it's technology, and it's everybody using technology these days. And so we're all learning to share that tight little bandwidth space, and we tweak and we try our hardest to find other ways to come together. So we once again want to say thank you to the community. We want to say thank you to our membership. Stay tuned, guys. You can find all of these webinars listed on our website at ahcnm.org, and we will have up at the top the COVID page, and then the COVID webinars are listed down below. And I want to say, Martine, can you tell us how to contact Square, and what's the best way to get a hold of you guys to find out all this information?
Yeah, really, it's just going to square.com. Again, there's going to be a banner right there with a link to our resource hub. It's going to have all the resources available to you now. If you're just getting started or want to just learn more about Square, that's a great place to start.
Awesome. Well, Martine, you have a great Thursday and a great weekend coming up in your very, very hot neck of the woods. We're at a beautiful 75 here. We're very happy.
Wow.
We love our weather here. It's a beautiful day here. Thank you guys so much. Everybody have a great day around the community and around the country, and we will see you all very, very soon. We'll talk to you
Thanks,
later.
Shannon. Bye.
Bye-bye.